common task with media servers is to address ultra-wide projection setups. This can be a setup which comprises of 2, 3 or even more projectors to give the total width of the screen. Let's make this project in AI. First of all, I'm going to load a blank project by going into the folder icon at the top left, selecting blank project and then entering a name. I'm going to call this one 3 screens. Press enter to select that name and then let the project initialize. Okay, so first of all let's head over to our stage construction page. That's the truss icon at the top right of the page. The first thing we need to do is we need to set up our screen surface. Now if I know all the correct numbers, the complete resolution, the correct aspect ratio of the final screen, I can enter them here, but this is where AI can do some of the hard work for you. First of all, I'm going to make this screen into a standard high definition screen of 16:9 ratio. So into the scale width I'm going to put 1.6, to the scale height I put 0.9, the canvas res X is 1920, and the canvas res Y is 1080. Now, as mentioned, I'm going to make this 3 times as wide, so I could just type the correct number into the width, or I could put in a sum. So if I put multiplied by 3, it will actually tell me that 3 times 1.6 is 4.8. We can do that on the resolution as well to give us 5760. It's worth remembering this maths number box technique. It will work in any number box available to you in the AI system. Okay, so now that we've got the surface set up, let's get our projectors into place. First of all, I'm going to add one projector fixture. That's the 5th icon along the top. So we place that and then select the projector. Now the first thing that we see is that, like our screen, our projector has started with a square output. So we need to make this something a little bit more realistic. So with the projector fixture selected, on the grey box on the right, in the aspect ratio entry, let's put 16 divide by 9, as that's our screen ratio. And then for the lens ratio, I'm going to use a ratio of 1.8, as that's a fairly average lens size, but this will vary from projector model to projector model. Okay, so now I'm going to move the projector out on the Z position so that I get enough coverage. Let's have a look at that. I think maybe a little bit more. Okay, so I think that's good now. So now that I've got my first projector set up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add my other 2 projectors, then I'm going to copy and paste the parameters. So let's put our other 2 projectors in there. Let's select the first one and press Ctrl C to copy, then select the second one and press Ctrl V to paste, and then on the third one I'm also going to paste. So it looks like they've disappeared, but actually they're sitting all in the same place at the moment. Now if I go back to my first projector, he needs to move over to the left on the X axis. So I'm just going to roll along the X axis using the mouse and the shift button until I think that's right. That looks good to me. Then what I can do to simplify the third projector, I can copy that first one, paste it on the third, so Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Then all I need to do for this third projector to place it here is just take this minus off the X position, because we're mirrored around this center. So if we take the minus off there, and we have our 3 projectors all beautifully set up. There we go. Okay, so that looks good to me. So from here, let's go to the performance page, select our screen and trigger the test pattern, just because it's a little bit easier to work with. And then let's head to our output page. That's the coaxial connector on the bottom left. Okay, so from here it's quite easy. We need to select our first projector and assign it to an output. So with the first projector selected, I select output 2, then I click in the window. I repeat this for the second projector with output 3, and the third projector with output 4. So as we can see, we've got the correct part of the image showing on each of our outputs now. All we need to do is apply a little soft edge blending and we're done. You'll notice that in this right hand section of the window, in the output section, when I move my mouse towards the edge of the screen, I start to see some handles, some green handles. We can see that there's a little green box that goes around there, and if I grab it on the inside, I can drag that handle over, and here we can start to see our edge blending area appearing. We can change that fall off by dragging the line in the box either down to create a very sharp fall off, or up to create a very light fall off. This can be done on each of your projectors. So for my middle projector, I would bring both of my sides in. And for my side projectors, I would bring the relevant side in like so. And like so. If I do need to, I can adjust the shape of the blending area to make wedges, but that'll be more suited towards domes and the like. For this particular project, we don't actually need that. So I'm just going to pull those out of there. So there we have our 3 projector soft edge blended wide screen. And now we can just go back to our performance page and we can trigger our media as desired.